We all have a common goal to reach as educators. We want to reach, teach, and have our students learn and be successful. We can all start with a common goal and build strong relationships as we collaborate with one another and make more and more connections with each other. Collaborative learning is effective for adults learners because it allows them to use their shared connections and experiences to explain and build upon concepts from class in ways instructors cannot. Adult learners have reported their appreciation for the interactive learning environments created through collaborative learning. For adult learners who already hold professional positions, collaborative groups work sharpens current skills. Furthermore, it benefits the class by leading to group affiliation and the development of academic identity. In the online classroom, collaborative projects like group work promote supportive learning environmental, providing the communication and interaction needed to reduce isolation and build group engagement. From Ryerson University. 2 different approaches to building trusting relationships with students. As an instructional coach, I can be used as a facilitator to help start discussions for you as teachers to actively participate and provide insight and feedback through personal experiences. The collaborative circle approach puts all teachers and the instructional coach on even playing field, and having everyone's input to be just as important as the person sitting next to them. Everyone wants to be valued and their input to be heard and appreciated. As we collaborate, we share common experiences and make connections with one another. Those connections can build relationships with other teachers that you may not have had a relationship or connection with before. These collaborative circles can be held once a month or even once a week at staff meetings. And the overall goal, other than building relationship and connections, is also to learn from one another as well. For the first collaborative circle, the question is, please share one way or the most effective way that you use technology to help students learn within your classroom. The circle at this time will take turns explaining the best strategies that they have used technology within their classrooms. A second approach to building relationships and trust with adult learners is through experiential or simulation learning. Experiential learning allows adult learners to make practical use of their knowledge and apply it in a context similar to the way that knowledge would be used in real life. Experiential techniques such as discussion, simulation, case method, or problem solving tap into experiences of the learner engaging in adult learning. Ryerson University. As teachers, you will be provided a situation that may or may not you have experienced in the past. The goal is to work with one another to discuss a problem, solve around the experience, collaborating with one another to reach that goal. As an instructional coach, I can provide feedback and also contribute to the discussion with knowledge that I've experienced as well. The situation is that a parent has a hard time understanding the grade their student has received, but has not communicated well in the past with the teacher. From previous experience, I know that communication is key to helping parents understand how their student is doing academically. What ways of communication have been effective for you in your experience with this? For some parents, I email them on a weekly basis to keep them up to date on the progress of their student. And that seems to be very helpful because then there are no surprises. 2 strategies for communicating effective descriptive feedback for adults. Effective feedback must be provided on a goal that the teacher is working toward. Feedback must be focused on that goal only. The feedback should start with something positive that the teacher is doing and also provide data objectively that has been observed. Instructional coaches, like myself, should provide feedback that is goal referenced only and provide ways that the teacher could try based on research and past experiences that has been successful. I don't understand why students are having a hard time understanding the vocabulary. I understand that your goal was to use technology and the app Flocabulary specifically to help students understand the vocab terms better. What does the data say about how much time for homework students have been practicing on that application? The data says the average class is only spending 5 minutes a night. That's not very high. What are some ways that you could increase the Flocabulary's usage with your classroom to help students get more practice? I can give them at least 10 minutes a day to log on and practice during class time. Let's meet again in a week to see what the data says then and see if anything has changed. I think that increasing the time in class is something that you can control, and we should see an increase in their scores. Effective feedback is concrete, specific, and useful. It provides actionable information. What specifically should I do more or less of next time based on this information, such as offering neutral, goal-related facts is the whole point of the clinical supervision of teaching and of good coaching more generally. Effective supervisors and coaches work hard to carefully observe and comment on what they observed based on the clear statement of the goals. That's why I always ask when visiting class, what would you like me to look at or perhaps count? In my experience as teacher of teachers, I have always found pure feedback to be accepted and welcomed. Effective coaches also know that in complex performance situations, actionable feedback about what went right is important as in feedback about what didn't go right or work. So as the instructional coach, I would like for you to tell me what you would like me to observe or provide feedback for within your classroom. I would love for you to come in during Flocabulary time and see if the technology I'm using is effective. Thank you.